It's Week 13 of the 2025 season, and we get to watch Nico Collins. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Texans and the Colts. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You look at this Colt defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. There's Charbonnet once again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Texans at 10-1 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A strong broken tackle on that one, and then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And Stroud now to throw. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They go play action with Richardson. That's caught. It's and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. and the Texans scoop it. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. Play action. Stroud now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing now is Stroud. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at the defense for these Texans. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Devon Hamilton able to record his 5th sack of the season. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Richardson looking to throw this. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stroud to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Charbonnet is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Richardson out of the shotgun. Now this taken in by Downs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the shotgun, Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Richardson. That complete to Downs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Richardson. Out to his left. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the option left, Richardson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me. And that's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Stroud looking to throw. Touchdown, Texans. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Richardson working from the gun.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Josh Downs.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Stroud off the play fake.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. A final shot before the half. Richardson.
His throw incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on.
We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville.
And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers.
Jordan Addison,
2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders.
we just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Again, it's Taylor. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Now run by Charbonnet.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. He'll complete this one to Collins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Charbonnet.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
And Stroud now to throw.
This one complete to Gresham. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Richardson to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. Richardson looking to throw this.
Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll look to throw again. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Gay's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Texans offense and running back Zach Charbonnet set for this next possession. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And quickly they get to the line.
Throwing now is Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the carry, Charbonnet.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Zach Charbonnet
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Texans extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Richardson. Finding Pittman.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Now this taken in by Downs.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Richardson to throw it. He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Richardson.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Here's 2nd down. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to make it a two-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Texans, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis,